Coming up, Lin versus FoCuS. It's going to be an org mirror here between the two Korean legends. Lin, hot off of the victory of the DreamHack Regional Finals, where he took first place, and a big premiere, one tournament for him, the first time in a while. FoCuS now trying to upset the narrative and trying to move through into the grand final against 1-2-0, where the undead is waiting. And we are in a very interesting and different times in Orc Mirror. I wonder what we're going to be seeing here. Lin is certainly the big favorite, stats-wise, history-wise, legacy-wise. But who knows, man? FoCuS just took out Fly 2-1 in the lower bracket. Maybe he can do it here as well. We go in and see what's going to be happening, starting off on Concealed Hill. And Farseer, dude. Farseer is all the rage right now. It's in fashion everywhere, except maybe in the matchup against Night Elf, but everywhere else we see the Farseer, and so do we see it here. Double Farseer, and I think double Warmill, if I saw that right.
Not only double Farseer, but we're going to see different creep routes, actually, too. Lin's going to go for something on his side of the map while FoCuS doing the safe stuff.
And I think Lin may have skipped the grunts. FoCuS did go for that one. Does help out certainly in the beginning, creep-wise, especially against medium armor creeps. What do you think the initial idea was when Blizzard did the initial balancing? How did they land on, you know what, the footy is going to have 420 HP, it's going to do 12 to 13 damage, seems good. Grunt, we're going to give him 17 damage, 700 HP, I mean, that's what I wanted to say, and 17 to 18 damage. How do you think they came up with that stuff?
Not too sure, but the footman at least is consistent. He says, "I'm high, my lord," and he's got 420 health.
Wait a minute, was that a meme already like 20 years ago?
Not sure, but someone at Blizzard has a lot of foresight.
Not bad. Just like the Farseer. It always cracks me up when we see Farsight skilled on the Farseer, and usually it only happens in Kiwi games or in Grubby games. But I recently heard that Grubby actually doesn't want to compete anymore. That's what he said on the stream. Which is a little sad. It's a little sad.
Sad, actually.
That's one of the hypest moments in War3 Champions finals when Grubby was trying to compete and got pretty far, but yeah, he said, well, you know, some of the other players are just too good. Hitman and Happy, they're just too good. So maybe that's a bit frustrating for him. Lin has to TP out here, and this early game for Lin has been going pretty horribly. He missed the last hits. His aggressive creep route didn't really seem to be paying off at all for him. And instead now it's FoCuS with a level 3 Farseer. Almost, at least, level 3 Farseer. And it's just mass headhunters. Here we go. Oh, Chain Lightning kills off that Headhunter. That's level 3 now. It cost FoCuS a lot of mana to get this kill, but get he did. Get it, he did. So it's gonna be TC second. It seems like you have to go TC second, right? Against Headhunters?
Makes the most sense, but we've seen some weird stuff today.
Players' forces are under attack.
And FoCuS again with the burrow push. We saw this 3 times against Fly. Okay, this time he doesn't want to commit so much, though. Firelord. Alright, never mind. Here we go.
It shall be. He's ready to go. And
it is Shadowhunter. It's not TC. Man, I'm really clueless about this matchup nowadays, aren't I?
Me too. I'm just here for the ride, Remo.
We're just gonna enjoy this spectacle. Let's see where it goes.
The town is under siege.
So Farseer and Shadowhunter and Hex, or because Serpent Wards seem really bad. Watch it be Serpent Wards first. Here we go.
The caster curse.
That wolf should be able to run down the headhunter, so that should be the second headhunter lost for Lin, who's just been trailing this whole game, it seems like.
So scary for Lin, the level 2 wolves. Massive power difference.
You cannot hex wolves, right?
I'd imagine you. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. I've never been in that situation.
Because you cannot hex water elementals. That's impossible.
Really?
Yeah, so I think it's maybe impossible in all summons. I'm not 100 on that though. Alright, that Fire Lord should be going down. It is the hex, by the way. Yo. Zippity zap, clickety clack. Fire Lord dies. Didn't look that impressive so far, if you may allow me to be frank.
A player's forces are under attack.
You know what's really nice with this too? If it goes late enough, we already have the counter to the Tauren army that we sometimes have seen in weird Orc Mirror games. Because Incinerate also gets rid of corpses.
Ooh. Yeah. That's the first time I saw that. It was like some Kiwi Orkmura game where he went Incinerate and blew up the corpses. That's the only two mechanics, right? Where you deny the corpse.
A player's forces.
I think you're quick enough with Rod, you can do it too.
You can't though, because Rod has corpse delay. Ancestral Spirit does not have corpse delay.
Ah.
Also though, if you use Dark Rituals, there's also no corpse. But that is not exactly relevant for Torrents. Wait. If you play Undead, right, and you have Lich with Dark Ritual, and you get Dark Ranger, and steal like a peasant, and make a human unit, can you eat that unit with Dark Ritual?
It has to be the undead subtype.
Yeah, I would have assumed so as well. Alright, so we have Spiritling now on both sides. We got a Coda Beast. It seems like Heal Wave should be really strong. But again, we are clueless about what's happening here, so who knows?
I think the summons could be pretty sick still if FoCuS has good splits on them. There's one of the weaknesses of walkers, of course. Even though they have the AoE dispel, their mana pool is pretty limited.
And FoCuS keeps on sending the wolves out into Lin's main, trying to kill off some peons there, disrupt the mining. Could be a nasty creep jack. One headhunter already died. Farsi is level 4 though. Jesus. Oh, Lin wants to steal the last hit. Doesn't get it. Item and last hit go to FoCuS. And he gets the Lion Horn, which is very good. 2 levels ahead on the Farsi. How is that supposed to be possible?
Action scroll pop. Right underneath the healing fountain too. Lots of added effective hit points.
Kodo
What's
munches
wrong
the
with it?
Raider. How can you tell if the Incinerator is active, by the way?
I think the unit looks like he's burning, but it's a
Yeah.
very subtle effect.
But can you see from the projectile?
I think the projectile makes a different sound effect. I might be wrong.
Right?
I had to watch more hot streams to confirm.
Oh my god, dude. I actually, as coincidence would have it, I last night dreamt that I lost to Hot in a very epic game. And he was a nice guy about it in the dream.
As long as you don't play Gargs, he seems like a nice guy. Look at this guy. Best micro in world. Oh, he is killing wisps. He's a hero.
Alright, FoCuS pushing forward. It seems like he's had a lead for quite some time now this game. This might be the knockout blow. Peons again. Getting threatened.
Really goes down real quick with a level 3 shot onto 2. Is that going to be enough to keep Lin in this fight, though?
Piercing damage, stacking up. Oh, we see the incinerate. Look at that explosion. Boom! I don't know if Neo always memes about it or he's actually serious. Because he says that the explosion is good in terms of damage and stuff. And it's so bad. It's like the worst.
I think it can make a difference, like against lower hit point units like archers and stuff. But it's not too noticeable with how beefy orc units tend to be, I don't think.
It's horrible, bro. It's horrible. The damage stack up over time. That one's kind of decent, I suppose. And
the
oh, would you look at that?
even.
Towers. Dude, Orc Mirror is so weird nowadays.
The shop's not up either. This is gonna limited staying potential for Lin.
Kodo goes splat. Raider returns, and this is looking very much like the 1-0 lead for FoCuS. GG. As Kaiser cursed Lin, FoCuS takes the lead. Because Kaiser gave us a promise, a pinky promise, that we would have the 1-0 Lin rematch in the grand final. I'm not so sure, bro. I'm not
Didn't mean
so
to
sure.
put that kind of energy on Lin there. But I guess if I had to watch my man 1-0 beat another orc, it's a good day too.
Yeah, I feel like it's so weird, but every orc seems to be struggling super hard against 1-0 recently. Unless 1-0 plays Crypt Lord, where he seems a little shaky at times nowadays, but his DK1 base is just absolutely amazing. Yeah, 1-0 he's watching this game maybe. Maybe having a little bit of a soup, having a bit of a tea maybe. Getting ready for his opponent. His adversary is gonna have to play his heart out here to get to the grand final in the first place. And the maps, by the way, I always forget, were at Turtle Rock. We had that definitely in the pool. And maybe Echo. I'm not sure about that though. Farseer Firelord. Does that have a 100% win rate here, by the way?
I think it does. It had a lot of success in the lower brackets too.
So, quarterfinal, Farseer Firelord wins. Semifinal, Farseer Firelord wins. Dude, Razor Man was right all along.
He's a pioneer. Billionaire philanthropist. Warcraft 3 genius.
But I think he plays double bestiary Maz Raiders, right? Something like that.
Yeah, he's actually doing some different stuff from what I've seen. He's evolving.
Is he now? Well, well, well.
Of course, same still like hero focus kind of just, but it's a different kind of hero focus.
We are on our second map, Turtle Rock. A map where, as we saw before, Farseer Headhunter can have a very good start with a level 3 creep route, easily doable, with green, yellow shop for the level 3 and the level 2 wolfies. And as Chad correctly points out, Lin has not won a single map today.
Really
Seems like he's
surprising.
washed.
The lower brackets, man, he was crushing it. It didn't look like there was a single man in this whole dang tournament that could make the god bleed.
Why do you call it lower bracket, by the way?
It's a different bracket. I think that's a better way to put it. The previous days. I think I heard you say it earlier. Now you've infected my brain.
Because the lower bracket, you know, it's like where you land when you lose the first time. It's a little bit different. Alright, we're gonna have a little bet up here. Who's gonna win Turtle Rock? Because I keep forgetting about these predictions. FoCuS or Lin. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
I ain't saying any more words. I'm a curse.
Farseer Hunters, by the way. Wait, I didn't see Lynn's main yet. Oh! He's playing Farseer, but no Headhunters. How wild.
A player's forces are under attack.
What a change.
Isn't this crazy, by the way, that Orc Mirror for 10 years, was nothing but Blade Master? And now, suddenly, we see Farseer all the time.
Orc players sometimes slow on the uptick. They took a couple years to realize that Serpent Wards are pretty good units. I mean, now they're finding out Headhunters are good. What's next?
One time I interviewed TH at WGL. He basically said the same thing. He was like, yeah, you know, I think all players always need quite a while to figure out the right build, but when they have it, things line up well for them. That was back against Mass Breaker days, when all the orcs were dying to tier 1 Mass Breakers. 1-base Mass Breakers, I mean.
Miss TH. Hope he comes back soon.
Yeah. We need some human to once again, you know, take the helm and show us the way. What is the linguistic background for taking the helm, by the way?
I believe it has to do with boats and naval navigation.
So, what's the helm? Is that like the front of the ship?
Yeah, like a lot of boats had like helmsmen, and they would be the pilots for like bigger boats. Usually they're ones where the captain wouldn't necessarily be the one at the rudder.
Ah, okay. You seem to know a lot about naval details or nautical details.
Comes with being a massive history nerd, where I have to know like the size and capacity of like a battle cruiser at the Battle of Midway and how that might have played a different factor.
Is there a lot of seafaring going on in Iowa?
We actually are on the biggest, where I live anyway, we're on the widest part of the biggest river in North America, so there is a lot of boating. Just not on the ocean.
Wait, are you next to one of the Great Lakes?
No, I'm right next to the Mississippi River.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, like most standard Andes out there, I could only place like 6-7 states in the US. Alright, maybe 10, but couldn't tell you exactly where Iowa is. Chain lightning.
Chain lightning.
Lynn, the Kaiser curse got him. Loses the first hero. Again, he played super aggressive, and again it backfired on him. It's an easy level 3 for FoCuS here, it seems. Easy Katka all over, maybe.
Gets the fabled Watcher Award too, uncontested.
Player's forces are under attack.
Eyes are really open now.
What else does the Farseer say?
Watch out, bark, bark. And that's about all I know.
You have one of the best memories for these voice lines. I remember randomly we talked about Spirit Walkers one day, and you, off the top of your head, knew Hoof to the Head and Chok Tagalush.
Warcraft, really old Blizzard games too, had to do a lot with not much. So the voices and portraits and stuff really carried it, I think. At least in terms of being engaged, because their voice acting and sound like design is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Even to this day, like World of Warcraft and stuff.
I especially love the Walkers voice lines. I think they're really amazing. Whoa, stomp. Surround. Nicely done. But the Taurens, for some reason, are pretty derpy. They just make cow jokes all the time.
A player's forces
Got
are
milk,
under
like,
attack.
come on, that is pretty uninspired of the Tauren, I'd agree. Is that Farseer gonna come home anytime? Or is he still surrounded? Oh, he has
He's
a
got the
cloak.
cloak. Ah, he's got the cloak. That's space created right there.
His whole army's caught up with this surround. Has to go by dust, then walk over.
Wait, can he catch him off guard with the dust and kill him, maybe? Ah, no. Lynn saw the Farseer getting the dust with the ward. Alright. Oh,
Huge
guess
level
what? He gets the
and-
flute!
Item differential now.
Lynn needs to catch up with the big camp. He needs to get the red. He's got 1-1 hero levels. This is looking beyond desperate. I wonder if
Good
FoCuS is
way.
going to play Blade Master Standard. I could definitely see 1-0 playing fast expansion against FoCuS. But we'll see
I don't know.
if that comes to pass.
I'd be surprised to see it, honestly. I don't think I've seen 1-0 play anything but Fast DK or Fast Fiends with Death Knight against Orc in a long time. Seems like at that tier play, the Cook Lord doesn't have too much success against Orc with the prevalence of the Farseer, Wyverns, and even Orcs copying the classic Hitman style if they happen to play Blade.
Well, my friend, then you haven't been watching much DreamHack, though. There he did play Cryptoid expansion against Fly. I think 2 games. And he lost those, so there's definitely incentive for 1-0 to move away from that. But I think it can still be good. I think if you play Cryptoid opening and you spot a Farseer, just don't expand. Just creep. Just tech. That's what Juan taught me. Or rather showed me. Alright, here comes the big fight. Double level 3 against double level 2. It seems like FoCuS is greatly favored over here. Also, he's got the Kodo in his army already, and he's got the Flute of Accuracy. It's an even 1-for-1 trade here at the beginning, but it seems like Lynn is realizing this is not a good fight for him. He's gonna have to give up one more grunt on his way back. And he found the Helm of Valor, by the way. Keeps it on the Farseer, which is kind of weird. Lynn's got the expansion coming up. Bottom left. I don't know how long that one's been building already.
It's really interesting, these timings Lynn is trying to fight. He's trying to buy time for the Expo, but fighting into these vastly better heroes with the quick dispel. Stomp comes in. This is a TC in danger here.
Nice around with a wolf summon. TP out, trying to save him! Oh my god, last second. Oh, that always feels so bad when you're trying to use the TP to say something. And then it doesn't work out.
A player's forces are under attack.
This game.
It's so hard.
Rough day for Lynn, dude. This is looking like his 4th map loss in a row after having dominated the lower bracket before so much. The earlier rounds before so much. So 4 TC right there. Big healing, big invuln. Lynn is trying to play this hit and run style, but with that Watcher ward between the bases, FoCuS could easily see this coming. One ensnare, 2 ensnares. That's 2 raiders dead. Oh, he's trying to save them again with the TP. Oh, and again both go down. Yikers. At least he got the bestiary, eh?
Level 4 TC. The Expo count. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, when Lynn's TC finally rejoins the battle. He'll be level 2.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, Lynn also can't slide over the peons from the main. That would be way too risky. So he's just going to have to make peons down there. It's going to take forever for that expansion to finally pay off, especially considering the fact that Lynn has been losing units time and time again. And has been having horrible trades.
He is going to end up getting both red spots, though. Maybe we can get a nice item to swing him back into the game.
Kagas pipe. Alright. That's the one he wanted. Oh, but also the expansion is scouted. Tower coming up and the wolves are there. So this expansion so far having 0 return of investment. Well, not 0, but close to 0. You get the spiked barricades, by the way. For years only a meme, nowadays actually good. TP home. Oh! And the Farseer got trapped. That Stomp though is gonna be massive. Lynn's TC not in the best position to use the Stomp here himself. And then
I think Lynn's the one trapped there.
Oh, the Farseer as well! Whew, this time he survives. The TC is stuck in there as it seems. And he will be going down. Lynn will be dropping out and FoCuS moves on to the grand final.